Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome to today's live OET session with Swoosh English. My name's Scott. I'm an OET teacher and academic director of Swoosh English. You can see the sign behind me, and I'm very, very excited to have another OET mock exam speaking session today. Hope you're all well. So make sure, of course, that you say hello, make use of the chat box today. Say hello, say where you're from, say how you're feeling today, etc., etc. I'll just read a few comments before we start this session. So also, if you're not following us on Swoosh English, then make sure you click the like button on the OET, or the Swoosh English Facebook page or the Swoosh English YouTube channel, and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well to make sure you follow us and you get all of our updates as they all come along. So let me see who we have today, who's joined us so far. We have Chitra, we have Prathitha, we have Swetha, we have Jinsi, we have Quincy, we have Thoraya, we have Mahase. If I get anyone's names wrong, I am very, very sorry. Please don't dislike me for it. I'll try my best. We have Kale, we have Adele, we have Iniobong, we have Justin, Marissus, we have Amadar, we have Anjum, we have Dana, we have Unis, Arvind, Selva, Michelle, Vishnu, Mary, and Nawi so far. Welcome, as well as everyone else who's joined us today. Let's have a look on the YouTube channel who's joined us today. We have Anila, we have Bevina, we have me. Is that me or someone else? Hello, me. We have Nina, we have Maimun, we have Vishna, we have Vile, we have Manoj, Uzma, Ginny, Shruti, Merlin, we have Shanthi, Ansi, Joiner John. Great name. I love that name, Joiner John. Uzma, Varsha, and Tissimals, wherever everyone else come along. Oh, there's someone here that says it's called Rain Britain, and they have lots of sun emojis in their comments. Right, that's a great answer. Hello, Rain Britain, and welcome to today's session today. Let's see who else has joined us. We have Sunny Baby who said, good afternoon, sir. Hello, Sunny Baby. We have Alexi, one of our students has been here quite a lot, Alexi. Hi from Dubai. Hello to you, Lexi. And once again, thanks for joining us today. We have Angel has said hello. And we have Sherry Rose Bercantinios, one of our passing OET students, has come to us today too for more OET. Amazing, Sherry Rose. Welcome to today's session. And we have Urvashi has joined us today as well. Well, thanks, everyone. Welcome to today's session. Make sure, of course, that you're using that chat box a lot today, regardless if you're watching on the Facebook feed, the YouTube feed, and any other channels. Say hello, speak to me as much as you can. We're going to try and make this an interactive session. So thanks a lot, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Now, I want to know, before we begin this session, I want to get to know some of our candidates today, because some of you are long-time attendees at these OET sessions. Some of you are probably brand new to the session today. Regardless, if you're new to OET preparation or you have been training for a while, I want to know when you're taking your OET exam, guys. Let me know, when are you taking your OET exam? And let me know how you're feeling about your OET preparation as well. Throw those comments into the chat box, please. I look forward to seeing them. I look forward to reading a few of them out as well. While I'm waiting for some of those comments to come through, I'm just going to say hello to a few more people. We have Jeslyn has said hi. Hello, Jeslyn. We have Reshma has joined us today. Hello, Reshma. Welcome to you too. We have Maria from the UK has said hello. And we have Tessie has said hello from Nigeria. Lovely. Well, welcome to everyone else from all over the world. I'm living in Ireland, by the way, in case anyone's wondering, is new to these sessions. So everyone else has told me where they are from as well. Beautiful. Okay, so Ahmadar has said, I'll be taking the exam real soon if I think I am well prepared. That's a great response, Ahmadar. Don't rush the exam. Only take it when you know you are ready to pass the exam. Adela said 24th of July. Justin said July 24th. Frida has said July 24th. Yasmin is saying, I'm feeling a bit anxious. That's natural, Yasmin, but if you're fully prepared, that'll take down your nerves for the exam. Jeremy has said August 28th. I'm so nervous yet so excited, right? It's difficult to differentiate between the two of those. Hannah has said August 7th. Sheila has said August 7th. Uzair has said August 7th. And Arvin has said August 28th, 3 days before my birthday. Oh, my friend, you're going to be thinking about your OET exam on your birthday. I don't know how to feel about that there. But anyway, maybe you'll get like a mock speaking session for a birthday present, something like that, maybe. Okay, a few other people. Merlin, August 7th. Araya has said, hello from Turkey. Welcome to the session today. Bushra, September 25th. Priyanka has said 7th of August. Jisa has said July 24th. And Gliza has said the 7th of August as well. A few other students before we get on with the session today who have joined us. We have Kanza has said the 11th of September. Urvashi has said, my exam is on 7th of August and it's my second attempt at OET. I scored 310 in speaking last time. The rest I passed. But you know what you have to focus on now, Urvashi. And congratulations on the other scores as well. And Reshma has said July the 24th. Jisha has said, I'm going to take the exam on August the 7th. And Komal has said the 7th of August as well. Right, guys, so regardless of when you're taking your OET exam, I wish you the best of luck with your preparation for this exam. Some people are taking it next week, some in 2 weeks' time, some next month, some the month after, some are not decided. The most important thing before you take your OET exam is that you are ready to take it. You know that you're going to pass this exam, or you've got a very, very high chance of passing this exam because you will have prepared and done all the hard work in advance of that exam sitting. And you'll know that because you will be getting all the feedback that suggests you're going to get a B or sometimes a C+ score if you're a nurse and registered with the NMC in the UK and in your writing. You will have known in advance that you're going to get that result. That's the way you approach your OET exam. Prepare adequately before and then only book when you're ready to take the exam. That will save you lots of time and lots of money, guaranteed. Anyway, guys, let's get into today's session. So, as you know, we're doing an OET mock exam speaking session today. And the format isn't going to change too much as it usually is. What we normally do is you're going to have a very, very brief session learning and reviewing the scoring criteria for OET speaking. If you're new to OET, you'll learn about that criteria today. But if you are obviously have been preparing for a while or know the criteria well, there's no harm in just really, really consolidating your knowledge of that OET speaking criteria so you know what to produce in front of the interlocutor on the day of the exam. Take part or listen to some OET role plays. Of course, I can't I can't do a role play of absolutely everyone. So there's benefit in obviously taking part, but there's also benefit in listening to the advice and applying some of that advice to your own OET speaking. We'll listen to some feedback on student performance, and you guys can give your own in the comment box too. Now, if we have some time at the end, we'll have a brief Q&A. Now, of course, Swoosh English, we're an OET preparation provider. And this weekend, we are currently holding a 20% off flash sale on all of our OET courses. Even better value for anyone who's taken their OET exam and are thinking about preparing with a premium preparation provider. Well, this weekend is the best time for you to do so, as you will receive 20% off all of our OET courses. But it's only for this weekend, just so you know. I'll say some more information throughout the session, but you can check us out at www.swooshenglish.com. Check out our OET packages and see if, well, premium preparation provider training is for you. I guarantee it will be. So come and check us out at swooshenglish.com and see how you can save more money on your OET preparation. Okay, guys. So I've asked you a bit about your where you're from, when you're taking the exam, but I want to get to know you guys now. Why are you taking the OET exam? What is it you plan to do when you pass the OET exam? What is your goal? What is your dream? What is your aspiration? And the reason why is because I want to know what is making you go through the effort of preparing for this exam and passing this exam, because it is a lot of effort, it's a lot of time and a bit of money as well. What are you doing to take this exam? Think of your big goal and your big dream. When some people say the PLAB exam, well, it's the same reason. Why are you taking the PLAB exam? What is your big goal and your big aspiration? I'm not thinking about the OET leads to the PLAB. The PLAB leads to the visa. I want to know the big reason why you're doing all of this for all of your efforts into your OET preparation. Okay. So, we got a passing student today. We have Nithu who has said, I have cleared my OET results. Wow, amazing work, Nithu. I love success stories. Fantastic, and congratulations on taking the exam and passing it. She cleared her OET exam with full Bs. Congratulations, Nithu. Well done from me at Swoosh English. Amazing to hear. Well done. Okay, so Faith has said, my dream is to work in the UK. Amazing. Parvazile said, I personally shake your hand, I stumble upon you. I will shake your hand too, Parvazile. I'm up in the north coast of Ireland, in case you're wondering where I am. Adele wants to work in the UK. Sarab wants to work in the UK. and Amada wants to work in the UK. That's one of my biggest dreams. So to live and work in the UK is a common thing that I always see. It's amazing. Jillian wants to register the GMC, aka move to the UK. Uzma said after this exam, we'll go for license exam, plan for further higher education and experience. Experiences are so, so important. Lynn has said to be registered doctor in the UK, and Joyner has said, I want to work overseas. Diana to migrate to the UK. So a lot of you want to go to the UK. That's amazing. That is amazing. And thank you very much for sharing that information with me as well. A few other people have said here, Lois has said to work as an RN in any European country. Urvashi to excel in British English for easy communication in the UK. Jisha, my daughter wants to study Oxford University. Oh, helping your daughter out, that's amazing. And Reshma said to be with my family to improve my career, and Amira to work in the UK. So a lot of you guys want to move to the UK for obviously a better job prospects, more experience, professional development, travel, even to see family, etc. Keep that in mind when you're going through all of this work and effort for your OET preparation, as that will keep you motivated. The end justifies the means. Everything will be paid off many times over when you pass your OET exam and then do your PLAB and then register the GMC, the NMC, etc., etc. But it all will be worth it in the end. Thanks for your stories, guys. I really appreciate that. So when it comes to OET speaking, guys, what's your biggest challenge with OET speaking? When you want to prepare for your OET exam, what do you find difficult in your OET preparation? Speaking is, of course, one of the most nerve-wracking aspects of the exam because after all, you have to speak fluently. You can't really think about what you're saying. You have to obviously produce the language as accurately and quickly as you can. And of course, you have to do it in front of someone else who will be listening to you and who'll be responding to what they are saying in your productive skills. So I want to know, what's your biggest challenge with OET speaking? So Kamal has said to make correct sentences. Okay, so making grammatically correct sentences. Susan has said speaking in front of someone, even if we know the language, the nerves of the experience. What I say is when you're doing your OET speaking, everyone, is try not to imagine that there's a teacher or an interlocutor in front of you. Try to imagine that there's a patient. Every time I do OET speaking practice with my OET students, this is what I always emphasize to them, okay? If they try and get into that mindset, it will improve their speaking all around. It's amazing to hear all of that. So imagine there's a patient in front of you. It'll just make everything much more relaxed and much smoother for you, guaranteed. Jisha has said time management. Urvashi has said vocabulary. Excellent. Okay. Other people are saying fluency. My presentation's hard. Nerves, initiating the conversation, etc., etc. Difficult patience as well. Lots of reasons. And all of these come up quite often, and we'll cover some of these in the session today. Mariana said coming up with the right words immediately. Adila said paraphrasing. Okay. Just so you know, even if you do get a B in your OET speaking, you're not going to get everything 100%. After all, a B in OET speaking is correlated with a C1 on the CEFR, which is advanced level speaking, but not a proficient level native English speaker. So you can make some mistakes. Obviously, you want to minimize those mistakes, but if you do make a mistake when you're speaking, you do hesitate, you do make a grammatical error, the best thing to do is just not to worry about it. Don't focus on it. If you can correct it in there, do so. But if you move on and you're still thinking about that error that you made, don't move on. Keep going on with the rest of the conversation and focus on what's going to happen next. That's my main point for your speaking, okay? You can make some mistakes. Your speaking will not be perfect, even to get a B score in your OET exam. Okay, guys, so there are two sets of scoring criteria in the OET exam. Most of us know this already, but they are linguistic and clinical communication criteria. Before we begin a couple of role plays today, I'm just going to go through this criteria very, very quickly and tell you exactly what you have to do to produce for this exam. Now, of course, this is only going to be a short session today. So there's entire classes dedicated at Swoosh English to each of the linguistic criteria, each of the clinical communication criteria. That's hours upon hours of really, really developing your skills in producing the language you need to fulfill the criteria and the sub-criteria. I'm going to go through this briefly today, but if you need the proper preparation, then make sure that you are going through lessons with an appropriate preparation provider I can give you all you need to practice and improve each of these aspects. This is only going to be a very short express session today. So linguistic criteria includes your intelligibility, your fluency, your appropriateness of language, and your resources of grammar and expression. So intelligibility basically is how clear are you when you are speaking? It's the impact of your pronunciation, your intonation, and your accent. So pronunciation, the various sounds of the English language, your vowels, your consonants, your blends, your diphthongs, etc. Your intonation is your pitch when you speak. Try and not speak flat like a robot the whole time. Express a bit of emotion into your language, think about your word stress, think about your sentence stress, enunciate your words properly. Accent. You don't have to try and copy a native English speaking accent. Yes, if you can do it and you can do it accurately because you've been trained to do so, please do. But if you're trying to put on an accent on the day, please don't. It's not necessary, and it could actually have an adverse effect to your speaking. So all you have to do is just kind of like neutralize your accent a bit. Believe it or not, guys, I'm doing that today. Because if I started speaking in my native accent, I'd be a little bit less clear to most people in the world. So I'm doing it today. Think about what I'm doing. I'm minimizing my accent, enunciating my words, slowing my speaking down just a little bit. That's what you guys should do for your intelligibility as well. Fluency. Now, fluency, people think it's about how fast I can speak. Fast, 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 fast. It's not about speed. It's about speed to a certain extent, but it's also about your smoothness. Fluency is about you maintaining your sentence structure and your sentence order, and maintaining a constant speed of speaking with minimal hesitation, repetition, minimal interruptions or false starts, etc. So what happens when we speak too fast? Well, if we speak too fast because we're nervous or we're trying to speak rapidly, trying to cover the role play card in time, well, that makes us stumble. We might make more errors here and there because we can't think as fast as we can speak, or speak as fast as we can think, should I say. So fluency, I recommend that everyone thinks about the speed that they speak in their native language, okay? Bring that down a bit when you're speaking in English. That will be sufficient enough for your speaking, and it will result in minimal hesitation, repetition, and other interruptions. It will definitely improve your smoothness, okay? Appropriateness of language, your language and your tone. Most people are very, very good at that because of your practice and your professions as well. Can you sound like a nurse, a doctor, a pharmacist, etc., etc.? Do you speak formally enough, not too stuffily, formally, like you're speaking to your boss, or you're speaking to a lot of students, for example, in a conference or a lecture, but also not too informal as well. Yes, some informalities are fine, but they must be minimalized. You have to sound like you are a doctor or a nurse or a pharmacist, like your profession. And then finally, resources of grammar and expression, your grammar and your vocabulary accuracy. So some people think, I need to show off by using complex grammar. I need to show off by using complex vocabulary. If you can do it and you can do it well, do it. But don't experiment on the day of the exam. It's better to keep things a bit simpler and a bit more concise and accurate than using lots of complex vocabulary and vocabulary and grammatical terms inaccurately. So of course, in your preparation, you should be doing this as you can do, but only do what you can be comfortable with on the day. Don't forget, communication is key. And if we are communicating, it's better for us to communicate as simply as we can, but accurately, so that the recipient knows what we're saying, than making things too complicated. And that really makes the recipient who we're speaking to, it makes it difficult for them to understand what we are saying. So please keep that in mind. Okay, guys. Then we have the clinical communication criteria. Relationship building, understanding and incorporating, providing structure, information gathering, and information giving. Giving. What am I even saying? Information giving. That's the one, guys. Relationship building is this one. The impact of your choice of opening to the conversation and demonstration of empathy and respect on your listener's comfort. So you need to be building up a relationship the entire time with your patient. So, ask them how they're feeling. How are you doing today? Even a couple of small talk questions here and there can't harm at the very beginning, but also demonstrating empathy throughout that conversation. Every time the patient expresses a symptom, or they express anxiety or worry or frustration with anything, show the empathy. Show that you understand what they're feeling, that you care for them. throughout the conversation. Oh, I understand how you're feeling. I'm sorry to hear that you feel like that. Rest assured you will be okay, etc., etc. Empathy is important throughout that conversation to build that relationship. We then have understanding and incorporating. Don't forget, it's a dialogue. There are two people speaking. And what can happen, especially if we're new to OET or we're nervous, we tend to overspeak. Speak. And we're going on for 1 or 2 minutes by ourselves. We're not really involving the patient. That's what you want to avoid in your OET role plays. You want to keep it being broken up with questions, giving the patient chances to speak, responding to the patient, asking if they're okay with this, etc., etc., etc. So keep it a dialogue. Keep that in mind, that you should be opening avenues for discussion the entire time. You should also be engaged in what I call active listening as well. So it doesn't harm when the patient is speaking about their symptoms or how they feel, their situation, to even throw a few phrases like, okay, right, oh, sorry, phrases like that to show that you're listening and you understand what they're saying. Also need to respond to what they're saying accurately as well. So make sure you are actually listening and not only pretending that you're listening, right? Remember, you should still lead the conversation as the practitioner, but you should be giving everyone else a chance to speak throughout the conversation too, okay? Providing structure. Now, that basically talks about the role play card. Can you follow through with a nice suitable salutation, opening, diagnosis of what the patient is feeling, expanding upon that with questions, going into what you recommend will be the next course of action throughout, taking their objections, what they feel about this, the questions they may have, the queries they may have, responding to them with empathy, giving the information in the task card, checking for understanding, closing it at the very, very end, closing salutations, goodbye. Keep it nice and structured throughout the role play. The role play bullet points will flow reasonably well from beginning to end. Some students ask me, can I change the order? And I say, but why make it more complicated for yourself? The role play is designed, top bullet point comes first, bottom bullet point comes last. So follow through it in order and make it a bit easier for yourself in terms of your organization. But structure is important. Now, information gathering and information giving, as we can see here, these are interlinked. Information gathering, of course, is asking questions, getting the information from the patient. We shouldn't just be assuming that we know everything about them. We should be asking them everything about that role play card. So everything you see on the card, can we make a question out of it? Can we expand upon that with an extra question as well? Get the patient involved, which will improve your understanding and incorporating card, and it creates more of a dialogue too. Simultaneous, and also then giving your appropriate responses based on what you've asked as well. Finally, information giving. When you give the information, is it clear? Is it concise? Is it appropriate? But this part is also often overlooked. Check this information is being understood. Now, how can we do that? We simply ask some closed questions at the end of each of these points. That's very, very, very important. So we've given lots of information about diagnosis, about treatment, etc. The patient might be a bit overwhelmed. We need to check that they're okay with that. So a simple phrase such as, how is this for you? How do you feel about this? Is this clear to you? Are you okay with this? Various phrases like that, which will warrant a simple yes, no, or a closed question and a closed response. That checks for understanding and makes sure that everyone's okay with what's being said. If they have any questions, which they probably shouldn't, by the way, it's an OET interlocutor. They're not going to say, well, hey, excuse me, I have no idea what you're saying. It's not going to happen. But we want to make sure that we're actually doing that on the day of the exam, because it's just good clinical practice when we're actually practicing in a healthcare situation in the UK, for example, which puts a big emphasis on the clinical communication. Hence why OET have developed this criteria, because you will find it useful in your job in the UK, etc., after you've taken your OET exam. So ask those closed questions to check for understanding. Right, I meant to keep that part nice and quick, but I just love giving tips about OET, the scoring criteria, and what you guys can do to improve. Anyway, we're going to get into the OET speaking role plays very soon. This is the best part of the class for me. I got a bit excited there, as you can see. Anyway, these are the questions I'm going to be using today to assess your speaking. There's a few questions on linguistic criteria and clinical communication criteria. So we have a few bullet points. I'm going to obviously take down a few notes and give you some pointers on these aspects of linguistic criteria and clinical communication criteria too. And just so you know, guys, there are going to be a few questions today. What was my score? I can't give you a score today. And the reason why is because it would be a bit disingenuous of me of giving you a score, because don't forget, the interlocutor does not score the OET exam. That's done by two examiners who listen to a recording and come to a score together. I'm trying to facilitate the role play mostly for you guys, so I can't possibly be, scoring you with the criteria. I can give you some pointers in what you did well and what you didn't do well, but I can't give an official score today. But hopefully that will still be very useful for many of everyone today. Just keep that in mind. Anyway, here's the assessment questions. Let's get on to the first OET speaking role play for today. And we're going to have some doctors up first. So if you are a doctor, I'm going to invite you to come in to the the Swoosh English classroom today, okay? Check your, whatever feed you're watching on, Facebook or YouTube, check the comments, guys. There's going to be an invite link. If you are a doctor, click in that invite link. You will come into the classroom today and you'll have a chance to do some OET speaking momentarily with me. Now, to do the OET speaking well, I'm going to ask, of course, that you turn your camera on. Ideally, you've got a good microphone, you've got a quiet environment, and a sufficiently fast internet connection. If the internet connection is not fast enough or there are some breakups, then we may be able to have to pick someone else today. So do what you can to make your internet as well as possible, okay? Make sure good microphone, quiet environment is essential as well. Okay, guys, I'm going to put this screen on full screen now in a second, and I'll start the timer for about 3 minutes, like you do in the role play. When the 3 minutes are up, I'll pick someone who's joined me today to come and do some OET speaking practice with me today. So looking forward to it, and good luck with your preparation. Speak to some of you soon. Okay, everyone, that's the time for preparation up. So hope everyone had a good time. Well, by good time, I mean, as nice as it can be preparing for an OET exam, doing that role play. Let's see who's joined us in the classroom today. We've got a few people, but I have one person with their camera on. So I think she's ready to go. I'm going to give her a chance to come into the stream. Dr. Komal. Hello, Dr. Komal.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, very well. How are you today?
Yeah,
Hello, Dr. Komal. You hear me okay? I'll try one more time, Dr. Komal. Can you hear me okay?
yeah, sorry. I can hear you.
Okay. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm doing good. What about you?
Very well, thanks. Tell me a bit about yourself. Where are you
Can
from?
you hear me?
I can hear you. There might be a slight delay,
Okay, I'm
Dr.
from
Komal.
Pakistan.
From
Sorry.
Pakistan.
Now,
Okay.
can you hear me?
I can. There might be a
Yeah.
slight delay, Dr. Komal. I'm just thinking, though, that might actually impact the role play. So we'll see if we can go here for a little bit, but there may be a slight delay as we are speaking today, okay?
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
I'm from Pakistan and I am working as an intern doctor here.
Fantastic. And what do you want to do when you pass the OET exam?
Okay, I really want to work in UK, especially I like the NH system, and I want to get the experience from UK, and then I want to apply that experience back in my country.
Fantastic. And when are you taking the OET exam?
I'm taking it on 7th of August next month.
7th of August. Okay. Are you feeling prepared?
I'm a little scared, especially for speaking.
Well, that's natural, but at least today you're going to get a bit of practice in with me with this preparation today. So, Dr. Koma, are you ready to do some role play practice with me today?
Yeah, I'm ready. Sorry, I just lost the candidate card. Can you please
Yes,
share
I'm
it
going to
with
put the
me
card. Don't worry, I'm going to put the card up now. I'm not going to say you have to
again?
remember everything. Imagine that, right?
Okay,
So here's the cards.
okay,
Whenever you are ready, Dr. Komal, just
yeah,
start speaking and I will start the timer. Okay, and we'll go through the role play.
okay, okay. Yeah, I'm ready. We can start the
Sure.
time.
Whenever you're ready, you can begin.
Hi, good afternoon. I am Dr. Komal, one of the working doctor here today in the suburban general practice. May I know your good name?
Hi, my name's Scott. I'm actually here with my son today. This is why I'm here. My son's called Matthew.
Okay, nice to meet you, Scott. Uh, how can I help you?
Oh, that's a good question, Doctor. My son seems to be in good health, right? He hasn't had
Mhm,
any significant illnesses, but I've been really, really worried about his appetite as of recent.
mhm,
It's
mhm.
very, very bad. And I think it should be better at his age, no matter what I try.
All right. Okay, I totally understand your concerns, and it's totally understandable that why you're thinking like this. So, can you please tell me about his behaviors and his diet? What is he taking, and any change in his behaviors?
Yeah, sure. So he never seems to finish his food. He always leaves some
Mhm,
because he dislikes so many foods, even at his age. Um,
mhm,
he's he seems to be quite addicted to milk and sugary drinks. Um,
mhm,
I guess I'm worried because of his weight, right? He's eating quite high calorie, empty calorie foods, but not eating good foods. So I'm concerned about how
mhm.
it might progress.
Okay. So, let me explain it to you. As I have examined your kid. He's totally healthy and he has normal weight and for a normal weight and height for his age. And let me assure you that it's totally common to refuse food at this age and to show this kind of behavior. So
Hmm.
during some phase of growth, children usually don't require this much food. So there's nothing to be worried about, and many children show such behavior. So do you understand me? Do you
Oh,
understand me?
I do, I do. I'm happy to hear that you're saying that, doctor, but I'm just not sure because, I mean, all of his friends and other children I know of his age are eating fine. I mean, are you sure that we don't need to do further testing to find out the nature of the problem?
Oh, um, it's totally understandable your concerns and just to look around and to think like this. But let me assure you that your kid is in a perfect health and he is of normal weight and height. And as I have told you that in this phase of growth, usually kids don't require this much food. So you said that he's taking a lot of milk and sugary drinks, right?
That's right.
Yeah, I would suggest you to decrease these items. There's no need to run any tests, no need to do any procedures. He
Hmm.
appears healthy, but yeah, I would suggest to decrease the milk and sugary items because they are of no good. So, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just a
Are you
bit
getting
worried
my
about.
point? Mhm.
Yeah, I'm getting it. I'm just a bit worried, doctor, though, because if I decrease what he's eating, which is or drinking mostly sugary drinks and milk, I'll just worry that he won't eat anything, and what will happen to his weight? He might just fade away to nothing.
Oh no, because let me tell you that the milk and the sugary items, they're not of much concern in this regarding his rapid growth or weight. You know that the sugary items, they are just not good for his teeth, and they're not that this much benefit to his health. So I would suggest a healthy diet. To go for more carbs, and rather than
Mm.
using and Matthew is in a totally good health, and as I have told you that he has a normal weight and height. So I can set up a review. You can go home and you can come after, and we will remeasure his health, his height and weight again. But he is in a perfect shape.
Okay, so um, I'll see if I can find other foods that he can eat and drink instead. Hopefully, it'll be something else. What else can be done then in the meantime, apart from trying this, doctor?
Hmm. Uh,
Would it be possible to see
okay.
you again soon to check up on him?
Yeah, I would suggest to recheck him after a week. Sorry, in 4 weeks.
Hmm.
Just try to reduce these items and continue with the normal diet, and come back after 4 weeks, and we will remeasure his height and his weight, and we will reassess him. So I assure you that it's totally understandable to think
Hmm.
like these, and concerns of. These concerns are totally understandable, but there's no need to change his diet and just to to run tests. They're useless. They will do no good. They will put him to more procedures, and there is no need for tests or any more change in the diet. He can come after 4 weeks and we will review him.
Okay, okay, right. Oh, that's reassuring, doctor. If you're saying so, so yeah, we'll try and improve his appetite, and I'll bring him back in 4 weeks and see if
Any
anything's
other
improved.
question do you have in your mind?
No, doctor, that's everything. Thanks a lot for your advice today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, writing down a few notes there. Give me a second, Komal,
Yeah, sure.
and we're done. How was it?
It was scary, especially at the last moment, because I had no idea what to say when you asked about change in the diet, because it wasn't written on the card,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
had no
Okay.
idea what to say.
Hey, but well done. Nice work for coming along today and doing it in front of quite a lot of people on the official OET page as well as the Swoosh English page. So well done, first and foremost. It's a massive step, in terms of your bravery, etc. So well, I asked this question: what do you do well? and students go, oh, well, I did this bad, I did this bad, I did this bad. But I want you to really think for a second, Dr. Komal. What was your strength in that role play? What do you think you're good at in terms of your speaking?
Sorry, can you repeat me? I couldn't hear you.
Yeah,
What
sure.
I
What is your strength in your OET speaking? What are you good at when it comes to speaking in English?
okay. I to be honest, I am more inclined towards my weakness. I like when I come across someone who is a difficult patient or who is asking something that I have already explained and they want to go into the depth, then I can't manage. Then I get confused. And if we talk about the strength, I feel like that I can speak English in a flow.
You certainly can. Yeah, your fluency overall is very, very good. There's very little searching for language happening, which is really, really good to hear. When I was doing that role play with you, but interesting, because difficult patients is a common thing that does come up in OPT speaking. How do you deal with difficult patients? What can you do to re-emphasize? And that's what a lot of it is. It's re-emphasizing points again and again with empathy. But they don't need to worry. It's okay, etc., etc. Okay. Let's go through now just a little bit about that role play today with some of the comments, and I'll be happy just to give you a bit of feedback in terms of all of your criteria, okay?
Sure.
So, did the speaker speak clearly and was easy to understand? Now, I am aware, Dr. Kamal, you were wearing a mask today, so that might have obviously affected your intelligibility just a little bit, but I understand you're in a hospital environment, that's fine. But overall, I think that you're quite a clear speaker. I would recommend that you slow down just a little bit and practice enunciating your words a bit. There can be a bit of rapid speech sometimes from word to word to word, which we do when we're nervous, right? We want to go, 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 go. Just it doesn't necessarily, not necessarily your speed, but your enunciation. Drag your sounds out just a little more. Open your mouth a bit, and that will improve the understanding of that. Okay, just a bit. Pronunciation, intonation was good. I would recommend, though, that your intonation, that when we're expressing empathy, it's a good way for us to improve our intonation. Rise and fall. Oh, I'm sorry to feel. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, I understand how you must feel. So a bit more of injection into the empathy, because that will improve your pronunciation as well. It's a good way to practice that. Yes, you spoke fluently and smoothly with a few hesitations and false starts here and there, but it seemed to be you were searching for what to say next, not looking for how do I say that in English. That wasn't really a fluency issue. That might be more of an organizational aspect. Appropriate language and tone. I thought that you were overall, most students are very good at this. You were appropriately speaking for a doctor, which is great. And I actually didn't really pick up on any relevant incorrect grammar and vocabulary, by the way. There probably was a few minor errors here and there, but it is hard for me to write all of those down. If I didn't pick up on anything major, then you don't necessarily need to worry. There might have been a few minor errors here and there, but for the most part, your grammar, your vocabulary, and your fluency were all strong points. Okay, so well done with that. Let's now speak about the clinical communication criteria. Now, your empathy was good. It was injected throughout the role play. Well done. I would just maybe obviously improve your delivery of that empathy with your intonation and your pitch. Did you listen to the patient and respond effectively and appropriately? For the most part, I did feel maybe one or two times you kind of cut me off when I was speaking because you were probably thinking about your next point. I want to get that next point in. So it's really careful to respond 100% appropriately to the patient at all times. I understand when we're pressurized in an exam, we're going to go, okay, I want to speak again. And we go straight away. But sometimes that can affect us because we're not 100% responding to the patient. There was one phrase that you said that I'm just going to say about why it wouldn't be 100% appropriate. You said, as I told you, when you were repeating a point to me. As I told you isn't 100% appropriate because it is kind of judgmental. Oh yeah, I told you earlier and you didn't listen, so I'm going to tell you again, right? So I wouldn't use a phrase as I told you. You could say something like as I mentioned earlier would be a better phrase to say. As I mentioned earlier versus as I told you. If you come to the UK someday, you'll probably find out why that's not very appropriate because we think back to school and a teacher says to you, as I told you, right? So try and avoid saying that phrase. So was the delivery of information structured appropriately? For the most part, it was. But towards the end, I did notice you had a bit of difficulty with the next step. And I asked you, what's happening next? You didn't mention initially, the next thing is you're going to obviously help out, as you mentioned, with the diet, having eaten more carbohydrates, for example. But then there will be a 4-week review coming later. Now, the interlocutor in the day will jump in and assist you if need be, but you want to try and avoid that from happening, okay? So there maybe was a bit of note reading here and there. So think about how you can organize those points, those clear points at the very beginning of your preparation phase. But as I know, it's very difficult to do this online sometimes with a computer or a phone in front of lots of people. Most people are better at doing it at home with their own cue cards. So just keep that in mind with your preparation, okay? And finally, was I satisfied with the information? So from the patient's perspective, was I satisfied? Yeah, no, I would have been 100% satisfied because I came into that role play going, I'm very difficult to reassure. There's definitely a problem. My son, there's something wrong with him. You were saying throughout, this is normal, okay? This is normal, this is normal. We can do some things to improve this, but if it doesn't, it'll sort itself out eventually. And if it doesn't initially, it's nothing to be worried about. You know, he's a young age, he's drinking lots of milk, eating lots of sugary foods, it's fine. We will help you and we will support you. You probably could have closed the role play a bit better. Lots of students, when it comes to the end, are like, oh, I'm done. I don't want to, right? Think about the closure. It's really, really important alongside the introduction, right? So you kind of went, okay, bye-bye. Right? So think about, okay, thanks a lot for coming along today, so-and-so, and then maybe make it a point appropriate on what's happening next, something like, any questions, you know, feel free to contact me, but I'll see you again in 4 weeks for the review. Have a good day. See you later. So think about that closure, okay? One more thing that was said, okay? I know I'm sounding, I'm being very negative here. I'm not. I'm just giving you lots of pointers.
No, I want the negative.
But when you were asking some closed questions, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. When you were asking some closed questions, twice you asked me, do you understand? Once again, not appropriate because as I told you, it insinuates that you haven't listened. You don't understand. So I need to tell you again. Once again, back to school. Teacher, do you understand? Oh, yes. No. So other phrases that we can use instead of do you understand would be, is this okay to you? Is this clear to you? Are you okay with this? How do you feel about this? It's a lot less judgmental. A lot less judgmental than do you understand, which implies you don't, and I have to tell you again. Okay. So apart from that, Dr. Kamal, it was a good role play. Just work a bit more on your enunciation when it comes to your speaking. Work a bit more on using some less judgmental language. Your closed questions. Do not use "Do you understand?" Try not to use the phrase "as I told you" to repeat a point earlier. As I mentioned earlier, would be something better to say. Or as I said earlier, think about your close as well, and time management. It came in at near enough 6 minutes. So it's very often students will go over the role play and under because of the pressure and the nervousness about making sure that you fulfill the points. Students tend to overspeak and underspeak about the point. So make sure we're moving through those points very quickly. And if we think we are sticking at a point for longer than we should, try and summarize, close it, and move on to the next point. Because we need to try and move that down about a minute off that towards the end. Okay. How was that for you?
I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it was very helpful. I have a question that, like in the task, I think third or fourth, when there was mentioned that I have to ask the father to reduce his sugar intake and the milk, and I thought that one was taking much of time, and because when you ask that why should I reduce these foods, so what should I do at that time when I come across a difficult thing which is taking a much of time of a task?
When you come across a difficult patient who is making it hard for you to progress through the role play,
taking a much of time.
Okay.
Yes.
The interlocutor, by the way, on the day will be on your side. They want to make sure that they give you enough expression to flow with the role play. They're not there to be super difficult. They're there to give you a few difficult questions here and there, but they're not going to keep asking you difficult, okay? The role plays have been reasonably well timed for you to do so. Of course, when the patient is difficult, you have to respond to them with empathy, express the point or express it again, and then transition into the next point after asking them, do they care? So think about it in that structure. Respond to the patient that you understand with empathy, give your advice in that point, ask if they're okay with that. With a closed question, often they'll say yes, they should say yes, and then transition into the next point. But keep it maybe a sentence or two for each. So every time you're responding with empathy, responding with the point, checking with the understanding, and then signposting into the next point. You should be in control of the conversation at all times, okay? And as long as you're responding that way, with empathy and support and understanding, that will mostly, in an exam situation, satisfy that criteria. But it comes with practice. It comes with practice to remain cool and level-headed in that situation, like you would with a real patient in a real hospital scenario, right?
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Dr. Kamal. Thanks a lot for taking part in the role play today, and well done for a great performance. So wish you the best of luck with your OET exam, and wish you best of luck with your training that you'll do leading into the exam in a couple of weeks' time.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks a lot. Have a good day. See you.
See you.
Okay, guys, and that was Dr. Kamal. Hope that you find that role play useful. I did give quite a lot of advice in that session, but let me know how you thought she got on as well, and let me know if you appreciated that role play as it was happening. So, guys, we're going to transition now into one more role play today. But before I do so, I want to remind everyone that if you are new to OET preparation or you're looking for some additional preparation, then make sure you come and check us out at Swoosh English. This weekend, we're offering 20% off all of our OET courses. So if you are looking to prepare with a premium preparation provider and get some more one-on-one speaking sessions and group class speaking sessions like we've done today with feedback from expert teachers, then for 20% off our courses, there hasn't been a better time for you to do so. So I'll tell you more at the very end of the session about more information, but all you need for now is www.swooshenglish.com. Check out our OET packages and find out some information about our preparation options for your big exam day. Now, guys, I haven't actually had a chance to speak to a pharmacist as of yet. I did try to do a pharmacist role play a couple of months ago, but no one came into the session. So I thought, oh my goodness, there's no pharmacist. But I'm going to give a pharmacist another chance today to do some role play speaking practice with me, because I understand there has been quite a lot of demand for pharmacy role plays in the last number of weeks. So let me know in the chat box, guys, if you are a pharmacist, please. If you are a pharmacist, I would love to take a chance to do some speaking with you today. And well, of course, I really do hope that there is a few pharmacists today. Just make yourself known, make yourself loud, and make yourself clear that you are here today and you want to take part in some role plays today. Okay. And let me see. Yep, we got a couple of pharmacists here today. That's great. That's great. Make sure you do come into the session today, because if I don't have any pharmacists today and no one comes in, then it'll make it difficult for me to offer pharmacy speaking options moving forward in the next few weeks. Make sure that you do come into the session today. Here is the pharmacy role play card, guys. Once again, 3 minutes to prepare. I'll send the link into the room today. And in the room, you will have a chance to do some OET speaking practice with me. So if you are a pharmacist, grab this opportunity. It hasn't happened in a long, long time. Come in today and do some speaking practice with me, because I do want to help our pharmacist in our OET role. What am I even saying? I'll try again. See, it even happens to me sometimes. My fluency breaks down. I'll try and get some pharmacists in these sessions in the future if there is a good turnout today. Here's the card, guys. Good luck. 3 minutes. Speak to you all very soon. Okay, guys, that's the end of the 3-minute preparation time. But I haven't had any pharmacists come in to the session today. Would any pharmacist like to take a quick chance to do some OET role play speaking practice today? Please come in to the Zoom room. It would be lovely if you did. Please do so. I don't want to spend the last part of this class speaking to myself. I'll give everyone here a couple of minutes to take this chance to come in and do a pharmacy mock speaking role play with me. The links are in the feeds, so please come in for a chance to do some speaking with me today. Thank you. I'll give you another couple of minutes. So guys, if you've enjoyed this session today, then please, of course, give us a like, give us a love, give us a love heart, give us whatever you want. Send in a comment to me in the Facebook or the YouTube feed. If you're not following us at Swoosh English, then come on over to our page, follow us, come over to our YouTube channel, click the subscribe button, aka little bell, to follow our content that we have on a weekly basis, including testimonial videos, including tips videos, including live classes, etc. And we produce lots of content here at Swoosh to help you with your big OET exams. Oh dear, looks like we don't have any pharmacists today. Shame. I don't actually have time to do prepare for any extra role plays today. I'm afraid it would be another 5 minutes or so with my time today. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to actually pretty much wrap up this class today. But next time, don't worry, nurses, will be a chance for you to do some speaking practice the next time when we do one of our classes. So once again, apologies for that. Anyway, guys, let's just wrap up this class today. First of all, thanks so much for coming today. I really appreciate it. If you want to pass your OET exam the first time, it is so important that, of course, first of all, you have the motivation to succeed. Do you have the time? Do you have the tools? And do you have the support and feedback? I want you guys to pass your OET exam the first time. And these 4 things are required for you to do so. So if you have all of these, you are ready to go. And of course, if you don't, well, we at Swoosh English can help you out with the tools and the support and the feedback. So once again, a final reminder that this weekend, if you're looking to prepare for your OET exam, you're looking for some more speaking practice like we had today, very useful for your OET preparation with tips and tricks and advice from expert OET teachers. And come and join one of our OET preparation courses this weekend, where there currently is 20% off. Now, if you're interested, it's only available for 2 days. So midnight, Sunday, 18th July, UK time only. For get 20% off your OET preparation packages. And of course, you can do that by heading on over to www.swooshenglish.com to check out our preparation packages. There's some comments there, by the way, in the Facebook and the YouTube comments that give recommendation on packages for you. If your exam is in a short period of time, up to 6 weeks, we recommend our intensive course. If you're looking for something that's longer, you're not ready to take your exam yet, but you want to prepare in advance, then I'd recommend you check out our deluxe course. So click in the links to find out more information about that. Otherwise, head to swooshenglish.com for more information. Our next class next week, guys, will be OET listening, a guide to part C. So lots of people are saying, well, I was good at part A and part B, but I'm really struggling with part C when it comes to my listening and my reading. Well, we're going to start doing some guide to part C preparation lessons from next week. And then reading will follow 4 weeks from that session. 2 weeks from that session. What am I on about? 2 weeks from that session. So listening class next week, another mock speaking class the week after that, and then a reading part C class the week after that. So come and join us on July 23rd. So come along and do some preparation with me in that guide to part C class. So guys, thanks a lot once again for coming along today. I hope that you really appreciated this session today. And well done to Dr. Kamal for coming in and taking part in that OET speaking role play. Hope lots of you got lots of advice in terms of what to do and what not to do in your OET speaking role play. So everyone is taking the exam next week. Best of luck from me at Swoosh English. I hope that you pass. Anyone who's looking for some preparation options, come and check us out at swooshenglish.com. This weekend, get 20% off your OET preparation course. Remember, we've helped thousands of students pass their OET exam, and we would love for you to be next. So keep following us. Stick around for some more live class preparation with Swoosh English, and I'll see all of you next week for our next live class. Come on over and check us out on our Facebook and YouTube and our website. I'll be very, very happy to see you then, guys. Have a good day, everyone. Take care, enjoy, and good luck with your preparation. See you. Bye bye.